Good morning, good morning, good morning, my good people. This is your Monday morning mindset makeover moment with MrDollarOutofaDime. I'm your host, Glenn Glasper, affectionately known as MrDollarOutofaDime. And today's topic is, what does Juneteenth mean to you? Now, before I get into it, one of the first things I want to do, since I haven't been on in a couple weeks, is to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all again for the love that you showed me on my 50th birthday. My 50th birthday was just about 2 weeks ago, and some of you all are still sending me well wishes, and I am truly, truly grateful. And I dare not go any further without acknowledging all of the fathers for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you all, and may you all continue to be the prophet, priest, and kings that God has called you to be. Now, for today's message, I was having a very interesting conversation last evening with my niece, and she said something to me that kind of struck me. She said that most of the people that she's talked to don't believe Juneteenth is a real holiday. And I know for some of you, this might be a little bit tough to digest. Juneteenth is a holiday, but let's face it, unfortunately, it's celebrated with just about the similar amount of respect or acknowledgement as Groundhog Day. Why, you may ask? Well, if I were to venture to guess, I'd say it's because we've collectively managed to overlook the fact that Juneteenth is not just another day off of work. It's not just another occasion for barbecues or crazy t-shirts or sales or unending threads of happy Juneteenth social media posts that were probably made out of obligation more than anything else. What we should acknowledge is that Juneteenth, believe it or not, is a celebration of freedom, the commemoration of an event for many of our ancestors that marked the beginning of a new era, and an era where they were no longer considered property, but human beings. It's a little more significant than remembering to wear your favorite Juneteenth t-shirt that you probably bought from Target instead of your local black business owner. Now, side note, black business owners and t-shirt makers, please don't make a mockery of the holiday either by putting bling bling or whatever other things you might put on the t-shirts other than a message of freedom. I digress. So Glenn, you may ask, what can be done about all this? Well, from my own interesting perspective, here are what I believe are 3 simple, no-nonsense ways that we can not only acknowledge, but show more respect for the holiday. First, educate yourselves. Yes, I know learning about your history and acknowledging it in some cases is not always the popular thing to do. However, in my humble opinion, knowing the significance of Juneteenth and understanding the struggle and the victory it represents is a part of your heritage, a part of our legacy. And if you understand and respect your heritage, my friends, it should not be treated as a joke or something to be made light of. It is a living, breathing testament of who we are, and it should not be reduced to what we believe is a holiday that was given to us, but the recognition of what our ancestors lived through and were nearly robbed of. Which brings me to the second point. We need to understand our power. When we acknowledge Juneteenth, we are celebrating not our past, but our present and future as well. We are empowering ourselves, asserting our identity, and strengthening our community. This day is a testament to our unyielding spirit and a reminder of our potential to create change. The third thing is honor the day. Now, I'm not saying you have to put together a parade or a flag or maybe, but if you're up to that, let's do it. Let's make that happen rather than not even showing any respect at all. But what you should do, and if you're not going to do any of those things, at the very least, what you should do is acknowledge that the holiday is here and it is what we should be celebrating, right? But do something, anything that acknowledges the depth of what Juneteenth stands for. It could be as simple as a moment of silence, something as a thoughtful donation, to a relevant cause, or something as public as a social media post. Remember, it's the sentiment, not the spectacle, that counts. And one bonus point I'd like to make is let's teach our children, our nieces, nephews, the next generation, how important it is to recognize our heritage. Even if it is through a holiday that some of us believe that was just given to us. Rather than a day we should recognize what our ancestors endured, right? So in short, my friends, don't just celebrate Juneteenth, live it, breathe it, honor it. And maybe, just maybe, we can transform it from a holiday that's merely acknowledged into one that's truly respected. Thank you all for watching. This has been your Monday Morning Mindset Makeover Moment with Mr. $1 Out of a Dime. I look forward to seeing you real soon.